All right, y'all. We need to talk about this Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher situation. It's a juicy story. The tabloids have ran with it, and there's a good reason why. We got a lady involved that's decent looking when she don't got a pound of makeup on, right? And she's been on TV. It's a love affair. It's gonna get in the papers. It's just gonna keep going. But there's some layers to this, y'all. There's some layers that are way deeper than the story. So we got Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher. Fisher was caught with his ex-wife, or not yet ex-wife, right? They were teammates before, so it makes you wonder. But let's just talk about the character of Derek Fisher in his past. Derek Fisher is like one of them politicians that smile, shake your hand, say the right thing, look the part, but deep down inside, he's a trickster. He's a coyote. He's a coyote. Alright? He's sitting in the weeds waiting for you to make your next move, and he's gonna feast on you. He was the same way as a player, fellas. He was a front runner. And I'll tell you why I call him a front runner. He had a brief career early on with the Lakers, made a little bit of a name with himself, being the little Robin for Kobe Bryant, or little mini Robin. And he came over, he got a big contract from the Warriors. People forget this. I think it was like $35 million. He cashed in, played like shit when he was a starter, wasn't shit when he was the man on the team. They wanted him to be a full-time starting point guard, and he just can't handle the job. It wasn't his role. Went over to the Utah Jazz. This is where the saga begins. So sit down and relax, because this is going to get deep. Now, so he played on Utah. Playoffs, Utah and Warriors. This playoff right here, when Baron Davis stuffed it on Karolinko's face for another post. But what I would say about this playoffs is, I think it was game 2 or game 3, this guy had to be at the hospital with his daughter. Not questioning that. He flies into the game late. This big heroic scene, he's a fucking stoic. He walks in, it's going into overtime. He comes in with fresh legs and locks Baron down with fresh legs, right? Okay, next up, that summer, he was a decent reserve guard for a good Utah team. He says, look, Utah, my daughter's sick. I can't get a good doctor here in Utah. Please release me. I'm not saying his daughter wasn't sick. I feel for any man's kin or family that's sick or seriously ill. But when you're a millionaire, you a millionaire 5-6 times over, like he was, you can get a good doctor in Utah, right? Maybe not a specialist in that thing, but you can get a good doctor and you can make it work for the team. So Utah releases his ass, and where does he land? Oh, LA Lakers. That's the best doctors in the world. Oh my God. I'll go over and win 3 rings and play with one of the greatest teams of all time. Surprise, surprise, because I can't shine on my own, right? And even Charles Barkley at the time, Charles, I know you're backing Fish on this, but he said, hey, look, man, when you're a millionaire, you can get good doctors anywhere, right? I remember. Next, right? So Derek Fisher's also some kind of president for the Players Union during 2011, 2012. And this guy really proved his true colors during the time, blew the whistle on Billy Hunter. Billy Hunter was guilty of nepotism and a variety of other things. And but the interesting thing is Billy Hunter reported on Fisher like politician types do, and said basically that D. Fish had had a private meeting with the owners to possibly cut a deal that would benefit the players that made more money, right? So this came out. Derek Fisher denies it. There's all kinds. Jason Whitlock, who's an outstanding writer, sports writer. I believe he used to work for Fox. Jason Whitlock, Google his ass, wrote the stories, wrote a variety of stories about D. Fish. D. Fish then sued him. I don't know, defamation of character. I don't know what it was. But it continued on, right? And then the final straw is Derek Fisher signs with the Mavs in his final season at 38 years old in his rocking chair and plays 8, 9, 10 games, quits the team, says again, I want to be with my family. I'm going somewhere with this, folks. I want to be with my family. I miss my family, tells Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban says, no problem. I understand. Please don't sign with another team if we cut you. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. You know, right? He's playing the politician. He's a trickster. So next up, OKC is in the playoff hunt, right? They're a great team. A la LA Lakers type team, right? So who does he sign with mid-season, right? OKC. And Cuban came out and said, he told, I want to be near my family. Oklahoma City and Dallas ain't that far apart. Okay? So now we're just talking about this man's character. Next up, he gets a job with the Knicks as the coach, right? And it comes out that he's going to divorce his wife. Where his wife reports, I didn't see it coming. We didn't even talk about it. Now, if I didn't give you all the other layers about the man's character, maybe I wouldn't believe the girl. But come on, man. And then now we have this layer of his character on Matt Barnes. Like Matt Barnes or don't like Matt Barnes, maybe they weren't friends on the team. Maybe they didn't even like each other. But come on, man. You're going to go out and you're going to pick up on a girl that's on Basketball Housewives? Come on, man. Oh, and you a family man? You always preaching family and you always have this excuse during your years as an NBA player. And he would throw this stuff out all the time, right? He's a church-going man, right? This shit is layered so thick on top. I don't know when it's going to bust, but I'll tell you something. I believe in karma. I believe in karma, and you should too, D-Fish. Now I'm going to get down to the nitty-gritty with the situation with them right now. I've done a little research, and when I mean a little, it's a little. I don't like going to these tabloid sites and digging dirt on people. But this story is getting deeper and deeper, and I need to cover it. Period. It needs my voice. So what I'm going to say right now is really interesting. So this is what I found out about this individual, Gloria Govan, right? She's a television and movie star, supposedly. No, it gets better. It gets better. So I'm thinking she's a movie star, huh? Oh, yeah, she's a reality television show star. Basketball Wives, original. You are not an actress or a movie star if you've been on Basketball Wives. I'm sorry. That's not even B-movie type shit, okay? I don't know what's going on with those kind of shows, but they've gotten out of hand. Gloria has also appeared on Fashion News Live, Home and Family. Oh, she's a real family woman. And in movies Chocolate City, I'm not joking, Chocolate City and More Money, More Family. More Money, More Family is the other movie that she's appeared in. Oh, she's a gem. She's just a gem, Maddie. Okay, they've known each other since they were young. They met in the 8th grade. Oh, God. I remember I had braces and looked a disaster, Gloria said. Oh, it just gets thicker, right? She's a mother of twins to Matt, right? Gloria and Matt welcomed their twin sons in 2008, right? Okay, that's cool. So they got 2 twin sons, right? Another reason fish should stay out of it. There's children involved. And Gloria is still married to Matt. They filed for divorce, they're getting divorced, but they still married. Derek is still married. Now that's the part that gets me, because Derek's a family man. He's righteous. This motherfucker is one of the most self-righteous guys in the league. Right? If you met him. I mean, he's got the right answer for everything. Straight-faced. He's a trickster. All right? You don't trust this type. The guy's got a coyote tattooed on his shoulder. Right? Gloria is still married. Leave her alone. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The last part that I read about Gloria's career, She keeps busy with her entertainment career. She partnered with the UFC to star in a commercial promoting their association with the Fox television network. Okay, her cookbook of mixed girls' favorite recipes. Come on, man. This is one of those things when you get famous. Oh, let me do something really easy like make a cookbook. And she's a mixed girl, so throw that on top of there. And then also she's reportedly working on a fitness video. Okay, reality check. We got YouTube now. If you want to do any kind of fitness, you could YouTube it. So the fitness video is not going to make it, unfortunately. If someone's following that, you're out of order. I mean, in 2015, fitness videos, okay, I guess you could do something on YouTube, but come on, man. So, Derek, what are you thinking, man? I'm not saying that Matt Barnes wasn't right to go over there and try to kick your ass. But on the other hand, I understand him because you a trickster, you in the weeds like this, you a snake in the grass, and he probably knows it about you, right? He probably knows it about you. His son calls him up, says, Derek Fisher's over at my house, sitting in a row with some slippers on, relaxing, right? What are you going to do? It's not cool, man. There's too many fish in the sea when you're the coach of the Knicks, making millions, and you should be out looking for some fresh meat, not some overdue meat. Okay? That's my take on the whole situation. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out. Light.